Hi everyone, I'm Nitika at nitikachopra.com, and I am here with one of my dear friends and someone who is helping me big time right now. I can't wait to introduce you to my friend Priya. Priya, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so happy that you're going to be talking to our audience today because we are talking all about money. Okay, so some of you are excited and some of you are dreading this conversation. I promise you that with the two of us on your side, we are going to make sure that you get through this with ease, clarity, all that kind of good stuff. You're going to feel great afterwards, okay? So the reason why I wanted to have this conversation with you, Priya, is because, well, Priya is a really good friend of mine, and we were recently talking about my money patterns and history and really the trajectory of how my money has gone throughout my life. So if you've been following me for a while, you already know I was married and divorced by the age of 24, and that was a whole other chapter, right? So I just let my husband take care of everything, and I didn't really know financially really anything that was going on. And it was okay because he was nice and nothing crazy was happening, but once I left the marriage, I was at square one. It was like I was, 17 years old leaving my parents' place or something all of a sudden.
Absolutely.
And then when I got divorced, I had to learn everything. And then now I finally feel like I'm on my own 2 feet and I'm ready to make some real changes and have some real solid growth with my money. But I don't exactly know what I'm doing. So that's where Priya comes in. So I am so excited to talk to you today because Priya is the founder of Stash Wealth, and it's this really amazing company that I want you to tell us a little bit about it from your own terms. So tell us what it's all about.
So Stash was created with the mission of empowering millennials, 20-somethings and 30-somethings.
Which is us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As far as we're concerned, millennials have the future potential of wealth greater than any other generation before us.
Yeah.
The problem is they don't have the education.
Yeah.
So we're out here to educate.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, and you do that through hands-on education, working with your clients one-on-one, and then also virtual and courses and stuff too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. We speak around Manhattan, giving financial tips so that things that you can be doing now so that you're not kicking yourself when you're in your 40s.
Amazing. I think we could all use that, which is awesome. So today, you're going to give us just 3 simple tips so that all of you out there who are watching, no matter where you're at with your money, these tips, whether you know what you're doing or not, are going to really make a difference, and it'll be a great jump start, right?
Absolutely.
So what's your first tip, Priya? How do we get started?
So we're going to start with clarity.
Okay.
I think clarity is so important, especially for women. We're running in a million different directions.
Yeah.
And years go by and all of a sudden our financial life is kind of all over the place and we haven't taken the time to really bring it all under one roof.
Yeah.
So using sites like mint.com that are free, it's a perfect opportunity for you to really be able to see every aspect of your financial life, credit cards and banks, and if you do have an investment account, having it in one place is so important. It makes it so much easier to manage.
That's great. So clarity. I think that's really important because I think when I was going from, my marriage/divorce period to trying to get on my feet, that was the biggest thing. I had no idea what was happening, like what money was really coming and going. So I could see how clarity would be the best place to start. That's a great tip. Absolutely. Thank you. So what's the second tip that you have for us?
Goal setting. Number 2 for us is goal setting. I just think it's so important for us to know what our goals are in life. Yeah. Lifestyle goals even. It doesn't have to be like boring retirement goals. It could be pre-retirement goals. Maybe you have family goals. Maybe you have travel goals. Yeah. All these other things that we want to do, but without a plan in place, you can't really achieve them.
Yeah.
It sounds a little boring to think about budgeting and all these things, but the truth is, actually one of the quotes I always say is the difference between rich people or wealthy people and everyone else is that they plan before needing a plan.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, so the difference between rich or wealthy people and everyone else is that they plan before needing a plan. I think that is so powerful. Yeah. That's actually a huge shift that I've noticed for myself too. And just talking to you actually in our conversations and seeing that I don't always think about the future stuff, and it's especially being an entrepreneur. I don't know if it's like this for some of you out there, but you're just kind of single focused on what you're doing right now, and we kind of forget that there's this whole other half of our life that we're going to have to be ready for.
Exactly.
So that's a great tip.
Right.
Yeah. So what's the third tip?
The third tip actually came to me from a client of mine.
Yeah.
We were going through her goal setting process, and she was having a really hard time thinking of what her goals were. So she came up with this idea that I absolutely love, and I think your readers might love as well, which is creating a vision board.
Ooh, yes, we love that. We love vision boards here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now you take your goals from just these like theoretical ideas and concepts that may seem arbitrary, and you actually put it down on this board so that you have a very clear picture of the lifestyle you're trying to achieve for yourself, which keeps you much more focused and a lot more motivated.
I love that. And I love that you said that to focus on the lifestyle, because that is a huge thing that you talk about at Stash, which
Absolutely.
I love. Because it's not just about saying, I'm going to have X amount of dollars in the bank. It's about saying, I want to travel more, or, things like that, right?
Exactly. Millennials don't always like the finance world because they think it's boring. We're talking about retirement and that kind of stuff. So at Stash, we make a real big focus to talk about the lifestyle you're trying to achieve. And that makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah, it does make it a lot more fun. So I love that, and I know all of you beauties out there will love it too, because these are really simple tips that we can start incorporating today, which is wonderful. So for all of you out there that have been watching, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to leave any questions or comments below that you have for myself or for Priya. She'll be here to answer your questions below as well. And if you have any tips that you've been using to create awesome financial abundance, I want to know about them, and so does Priya. I want to cheer you on. And we love hearing from you, so make sure that you not only comment below, but that you share this with your friends, that you like our video if you liked it, and be sure also to check out Priya and all of her information below. I'm so happy that I could share her with you today. She is one of my dear friends. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you next time, and remember to love yourself first.